Sound good?
Okay.
Same page from yesterday because we're still talking about linear regression. All right. Let me see if I can move y'all to the bottom. There we go. All right, so same page from yesterday. We got a couple definitions to write and then another example. Just to make sure we're all good. And then while y'all work on your classwork, if you want to stay in the class Zoom, you can, and I can help you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So we got 2 more definitions. And these are on your vocab cards. I should say 3 more definitions. Interpolation is our first one. We don't have a lot of notes. Like I said, we got 3 definitions. I'm going to show you a picture to go with one of them that you can use on your cards. And then we will do an example and you get to work on your classwork. You said what? The same page from yesterday. I literally just said that to them. Y'all ain't listening today. You about to get a marker thrown at you. Same page from yesterday.
I stopped doing this example.
That's fine. I don't have the examples written in here because I did them in Desmos, remember?
Oh, okay.
All right. Same page from yesterday, Jakiri. If you don't have enough room, go to the back. What you flipping through? The last page, boo. The one from yesterday. There we go. All right, interpolation. Does anybody remember from when we went over our vocab on Wednesday what interpolation is? Okay, well, what word do you see in interpolation?
Interpret.
In.
In. Okay.
In. Inter or in. So interpolation is a prediction made within your data range. Can you not see? A prediction made within your data range. I think that fly bit me when I slapped him because my hand itching. Well, then he peed on me or something because it itches. All right. So your next word, extrapolation. What word do you see in extrapolation?
Extra.
Extra or just X, right?
All right.
So if something is extra, is it going to be in with everything else? No. And I like to think about it this way. Your ex, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, do you want them in your group of friends? Y'all some nice exes then. I do not. My ex could have been punched in the face and wouldn't have cared. Okay? Extra or X is outside of our data range. So this is going to be a prediction made outside of our data range. So it won't be in the data. And y'all know I'll do an example and I'll show you how we use these, okay? Because these 2 are on your homework. Your little sister hasn't found your purple pen yet?
She did. I told you she tried to take it with my sleep, but I didn't.
Wow. All right. And then your last word, and we don't really do a lot with this word, but I'm going to go over the definition and draw you a picture so you have it, you can put it on your cards, okay? So our last word is residual.
Isn't it like the opposite or something like that?
So this is the difference between the actual Y value and the predicted Y, which means it's the difference between your data point and the predicted one is on the line of best fit. So this is more so the terms I use. Because if we're talking about the difference between the actual Y, that's the Y they gave me in the table. The predicted Y is the Y that I find when I draw that line of best fit.
I can't even hear nothing.
Did you say you couldn't hear me, Jaquez?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You keep on going in and out for me.
Okay. I wonder, it may be like the internet or it may be Zoom. Zoom does that sometimes because it did it this morning too.
Okay.
All right, so can I draw y'all a picture for a residual?
Yes.
This way you got you a picture for your card. So when we're talking about residuals, I want you guys to draw this with me. We're gonna have a scatter plot with some points. So draw it with me. You can really put your points anywhere. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Just draw yourself a scatter plot. Oh my God, the fly's still alive. Or he was, now he's not.
Why you ain't let it?
Huh?
Should have let it suffer.
Jordan said, let it suffer. Jordan, aren't you so proud of me? The virtual kids don't know, y'all. I'm a ninja. I be killing flies with my bare hands.
Yeah, I don't know how you.
I had to quit keeping a fly swatter in my classroom 2 years ago because one boy picked it up one day and started beating the crap out of another boy with it. These children are wild. All right, so you have a scatter plot. If we tried to draw the line of best fit, do y'all agree it would look something like this? It tries to go through the middle. Let me know if y'all are ready for me to keep going. I don't want to hold y'all up. We're good? So your residuals, it's the difference between the data points and the line of best fit. So check it out. This point right here looks like it's how much away from the line of best fit?
3.
3 above, right? So if it's above, would that be a positive 3 or a negative 3?
Positive.
Good. So the residual at this point would just be positive 3. It's just the distance or the difference between the line and the actual data point. So then let's talk about this one right here. This one looks like it's about how many away from the actual point on the line?
2.
2, and it's below, so what kind of 2 would it be?
Negative.
Good. So do y'all understand residuals? It's just the distance or the difference from the line of best fit. If it's below the line, it's negative. If it's above the line, it's positive. Usually y'all are okay with this. So every year on the test, on the final exam, make sure they're listening. Every year on the final exam for Math 1, there's a residual question where it gives them a graph like this, and it says, what data point has the largest residual? So you're looking for the one that is where? The farthest away from the line. Good. It doesn't matter if it's up or down, because the negative just means it's below the line, positive means above. If it asks for the largest residual, it just wants the point that's farthest away from the line. So, good question. Good. No, it'll just say the largest residual. The negatives and positives do not matter. That's just telling you if it's above or below. The largest residual is just the largest number away, the largest distance. So look, even though this one right here is negative, how far away is it from the line? What does it look like? How far away? 5? Now it's 5 below, but isn't it farther away than this one? So it doesn't matter that it's negative. The negative just means it's below the line. Okay? Do y'all understand residuals? Yes, somebody online? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the fly went to jail. Because he wasn't dead. He was living underneath the hand sanitizer. So I had him locked up. All right. Are y'all ready to do an example and make sure we're good to do our classwork? Okay. So I am going to write down the example for y'all to copy. And then once you have it copied down, I'm going to have to go into Desmos and write on the screen. Okay. So this is, what is this? Example 2 or 3 from yesterday? Example 3, I think. All right. Yep, stay on that page. You don't need a whole lot of room. You just got you a table to copy down and then some questions to copy down. So example 3 gives us this table. So it's talking about the chapter of a textbook and the average test score. So I know we don't use textbooks anymore, so think about it like the unit that we're in and the average test score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 84, 83, 86, 88, and 90. So make sure you copy that table in your notes so you have it. And then also copy down these questions underneath it. If this was regular school?
This was middle school. Somebody.
I don't mind if y'all talk when I'm writing stuff. That doesn't bother me. I feel like I could handle middle schoolers. I'm gonna move this up so y'all can see. Did everybody have 1 and 2? So remember, once you write this down, all we gotta write down are our answers and then we'll be done for today. I just thought it would be easier if we wrote it all at once and then did the problem, since I've got to switch back and forth between the paper and Desmos. Table, and it says find the equation. Where are you gonna go? What are we gonna do? Put the table in Desmos. I love that answer. So let's go to Desmos, children. If you are at home and you don't have Desmos on your phone, you can do it on your phone with me. That's what I would recommend. But if you're at home and you can't do it on your phone and have this open because you're watching Zoom on your phone, then just watch me do it up here, okay?
Okay.
All right, pull this up. Pull up Desmos. I'm gonna get rid of our old problem. I'm gonna minimize y'all so y'all are out the way. All right, and where do I go to add a table?
The plus.
The plus sign and tape. Good
Table.
job, you two. And I'm gonna put my data in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's what the table gave me. And then 84, 83, 86, 88, 90. You're not gonna do it with us? You better come get this tablet. She about to have her mask over her eyes again, going to sleep. All right, is everybody good with our table being put in?
Yes.
Okay, so now to find the equation, somebody online talk to me. What do I type in now? What's my equation of a line I'm gonna type in?
Y equals squiggle. Well, Y1 equals squiggle.
Uh-huh,
MX1
uh-huh.
plus B.
Good job. All right, and I'm gonna come over to my graph. I know y'all can see it, but I'm gonna show you anyways. I'm gonna zoom it so I can see it really good. This looks pretty daggone good. There we go. All right, so for number 1, I'm gonna write it on the screen. You guys are gonna write it on your paper. It ain't gonna be like yesterday where all of you were like, where do we write it? On your paper. Find the equation. What's the equation we're gonna put for number 1?
Y equals 1.41.
1.4. Oh, good. So tell me, whoever that was, because I don't have my box open, why did you round this up to a 1?
Because of the file to the right.
Good. If you look back at it, I know y'all have heard that song. Look back at it. Look back at it. That song is inappropriate for school. But yes, it is by A Boogie. If you look back at it, it's 5 or bigger. If it is 5 or bigger, it rounds that number up. So instead of a 0, this is going to go up to 1. So 1.41x, very good. Plus what?
81 point.
81 point, give me 2 places, 770. Very good. So that is your answer for number 1. That is your equation. Anytime you see what is the linear equation, you're going to put that y equals mx plus b that Desmos gives you.
That's ridiculous.
All right. What did number 2 ask us for? Look at your paper. Good. The correlation coefficient. Who remembers what letter will tell us our correlation coefficient? Good. The R. Now listen to me very, very carefully. I'm going to do this so y'all can see my face for a second because I'm lecturing you. My pre-cal class told me I had evil eyes today, so here they are. You ready? Do not put the R squared. That is something you will use in a statistics class. You don't use that in math 1, 2, or 3. We use the R. You don't use the R squared until you hit AP statistics or college statistics. You don't need it. We are just using the R. So what is my correlation coefficient to 2 decimal places? Somebody tell me.
0.94.
Good, 0.94. Beautiful. Everybody write that down on number 2, 0.94. Okay, what does the next part of number 2 ask us for? You better quit drawing and pay attention.
Okay.
Somebody look at your notebook. What's the next part of number 2 tell us to find? No, that's the first part of number 2.
Spread.
Describe the what, Ashley?
Spread.
Describe the spread of the correlation. So what I'm asking you guys to do is what we did yesterday. Look at that 0.94 and describe it to me. What are the 2 things that tells us? What's the direction?
That is strong.
Good. Because it's a positive 0.94, which means it's increasing. So it's positive, and then what's the strength?
It's strong.
Good, because it's bigger than 75 cents, right?
Yeah.
I would really make sure you are good with these questions because I just made y'all's test, and there is one just like this on your test. So when I ask you to describe the spread, I'm asking you to look at the R value and tell me the direction and the strength, okay? Anytime you see correlation coefficient and then describe, you need to tell me which direction it's going, positive or negative, and then tell me how strong it is. So y'all good with number 2? All right, so let's look at 3. I'm gonna change my colors for y'all. What does number 3 ask us for in our notebooks? Okay, good. So Kamari said it says find the test score for the chapter 14 test. So I need you guys to look back at your table. They told us chapter was 14. Was chapter your X or your Y?
Yes.
Look at your table. Was chapter the X or the Y? I heard a couple people. X. Good. So guys, what do we do in Desmos? How do we find what the score is for chapter 14?
You go
Click
down
a
and
box.
put X equals.
X equals. Good. X equals 14.
All right.
All right. And let's go look. What was their score on that chapter 14 test? Where did they cross?
101.
101. That class did good. Got 101. Oh, let me draw. So for part 3, on the chapter 14 test, we got 101. It's right here, if you need to see it. Whoever's unmuted and has their TV on, either cut your TV off or mute for me. Yeah. All right. 101. Now, let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to move my face for a second. The next part of 3 says, is this interpolation or extrapolation? What do you guys think? Is this in our data or outside of our data?
In our data, so interpolation.
Okay. So I'm not picking on you. I'm asking a question. It was 14 because we typed in X equals 14, right? Y'all watching? Because this is a test question. Was 14 in your data?
No.
No. So did we interpolate?
No.
No, it's not in the data. So you did not interpolate. What did we do?
Extrapolate.
There we go. Because 14 isn't in your table. So we extrapolated. I'm writing it down for y'all for your spelling. So that one is extrapolate because it's not in our table.
But I did put up most of the points. Zeke, since he is still an entry while you're on probation, any thoughts on Connor's performance? I appreciate him keeping my seat warm, but he shouldn't.
All right. The last question, question 4, what did it ask us?
Does that mean you're coming off probation?
Dang, only one of y'all can read. What number 4 say, babies? Anybody unmute? Tell me.
Which chapter had an average score of 94.4?
Good. So what chapter gives us an average score of 94.4? So guys, listen. Jakira, you with me, babe? If the score was 94.4, did I just give you the X or the Y?
The Y.
Good. The score was the Y's in our table. Look at your table in your notes. So I told you that the Y is 94.4. So I exited that X, and now I'm going to type in Y equals 94.4. Does everybody see that? I'm going to erase this part right here so y'all can see. So if Y equals 94.4, what chapter test was that?
9.
Chapter 9. Very good. So we're going to go right. Chapter 9 test. All right. So then the last part of 4, again, is this interpolation or extrapolation? So babies, look at me. Was a score of 94 in the table they gave us?
No.
No. So what did we do?
Extrapolate.
Again, we extrapolated. So one more time, if it is in your table, you can say interpolate. If it is not in the table they gave you, then it is extra. It is extrapolate. All right, those of us that struggled yesterday, does this make more sense?
Yes.
Good. I think a lot of you just needed an extra example. I was trying to move y'all to the other side, but it's not liking that. Let's see. There
And then
we go.
yesterday you told us that on throughout the homework it was supposed to have 3. It only had 1. Like 3
3
turns.
attempts
Yeah, 3 attempts. They only had 1.
for yesterday's homework?
Yeah. For the first 2.
For the first, I didn't give you 3 attempts on the first 2 because those were just R values. I gave you 3 attempts on the ones like this. Yep, but anytime you don't get your 60 or higher the first time on the homework, just email me and I can reset it for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, so y'all listen to me. By 11:59 p.m. tonight, there's a worksheet in Canvas. It's super easy. The first 5 questions just give you R values, and I ask you to match them with the graph they could go with. So if it's okay with y'all, I'm going to pull that worksheet up and show y'all what I'm talking about, okay? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Nope, nope. Give me this. Clear all drawings. All right. So look, babies, y'all can see my canvas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go to modules. Maybe. And I'm scrolling down. All of this other stuff is closed for y'all. But we're under Friday. Do you see the classwork worksheet right here?
Yes.
Should pop up any minute now. The internet's so slow. Jakaria. All right, check out this worksheet. The first 5, there's no work for that, y'all. It just says match each correlation. Now, please, let me turn this on so y'all can see my beautiful face. That sounded vain. Do not put A with number 1. Can somebody tell me why?
Because it's negative.
Yeah, number 1 is going up. That ain't negative. I'm grading this for accuracy, so do not just BS it. Yes, I said BS. Don't do it. Capiche? Some of y'all love to be doing that. Don't just write anything. I'm grading this, okay? So which one could go with number 1? What do y'all think? Number 1 looks pretty strong and positive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So Jakiria said D. I agree with her. Look at D. 0.8. That's pretty strong and positive. So D should be with number 1. You see what we did there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's what you're doing for number 1. Now look, number 6, this classwork shouldn't take you long. Number 6 is talking about ice cream cones. So here's your table. Everybody sees it?
Mm-hmm.
The first one says find the regression equation. You're going to go put this table in Desmos and write the equation. If you can't print the worksheet, just do it in your notebook. That's fine. I think the directions say do it in your notebook. Then the second one, record the correlation coefficient. So you're going to put the R equals. Then it says, what does it tell you? You're going to tell me if it's strong, moderate, weak, and if it's positive or negative. Do y'all understand this?
Mm-hmm.
The classwork should not take you more than 15 minutes. If it takes you more than 15 minutes, that means you need my help, okay? Now your homework, let me show you before y'all start hopping off. Your homework that is due Sunday is a short delta math. It requires no work. Y'all see it right here? It's called 925 linear regression practice. Please do your homework this weekend. It's 6 questions. They don't take long. It should take you 10 minutes, okay? And there's no work you have to write down for it, so you can just do it in Delta Math, but use Desmos to graph it. Sound good? All right, I'm gonna let y'all go work on your classwork before you log off real quick. Vocab cards are also due Sunday. I'm hoping you didn't procrastinate on those. You've had those for 5 days now. Vocab cards due Sunday. Homework due Sunday. When is the classwork due?
Night.
Tonight, today, good. And then Monday, you'll take your vocab quiz and you'll start your test review. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you want to stay on here while you work on your classwork so you can ask me for help if you need it, that's fine.